What's poppin', y'all? This is the Positionless podcast.
Hey.
I'm Jack. This is Sean. Today we're gonna be talking about our All NBA teams and our All Defensive teams. First, you got a quiz for me today.
Yes, sir. I got a quiz for you.
What we got
You gonna be guessing the current triple-double leaders today. 10 of them.
this season?
Top 10, yeah. This season.
The most triple doubles this season.
Yes, sir.
Well, first I'm gonna throw Jokic in there.
Yeah, I had to add one to that this morning. We gonna talk about that later. He number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Triple double leaders. Is LeBron in there?
I believe so. Yes, Bron is number 2.
All right.
He got 10. Jokic got 31.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Is Tatum in there?
Nah, Jason Tatum is not in there, bro.
Okay. How about Shea?
No shade.
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis is number 6. He's got 7 triple-doubles this year.
Okay. Is Westbrook in there?
Westbrook is number 10 with 4.
So not a lot of crazy triple doubles this year.
There's 2 guys in the top 5. There's 3 guys in the top 5 you ain't got yet. One of them you should get for sure. He's a triple double guy.
Okay.
Big man.
Sengun,
Not Sengun,
Sabonis.
but yeah, Sabonis. But Sengun is on the list at 9.
Okay.
Sabonis is number 5, so you got him.
Is Bam in there?
One of your boys is on there. Nah, Bam is not on there. One of
Giddey.
your boys, yeah, it's Josh Giddey
for sure.
Right above Sengun at number 8 with one more.
How many we got left?
So right now you got 1, 2, 3 left, brothers. You got 3, 4, and 7.
Is Cat in there? Probably
Okay,
not. He ain't got no
okay.
assists.
You missing an all timer, brother.
An all timer.
Yeah.
KD. It's not KD, is it?
Nah, I mean like a current all timer, not no legend of the game yet. Type.
Luca.
Yeah, it's Luca.
Yeah. He missed a lot of time, but he's still
He's
getting them
number
triple
7.
doubles.
These other 2 guys in the top 5 are a little bit tougher. Both Eastern Conference.
Cade.
Yes, sir. Cade
Yeah.
is number 3, I believe. Yeah, he's got 9 this year. Number 4 is a big surprise to me. I believe he's tied, actually. He's also got 9.
Okay. Just going through the standings right now. Nobody on the Celtics. Nobody on the Cavs. Nobody on the Knicks. Halliburton.
Not Halliburton, but I like the guess. It's someone on the Knicks, brother.
Oh, it's somebody on the Knicks. Josh.
Yeah.
It's Josh Hart, really?
It's Josh Hart.
How many triple doubles he got?
It's funny. He was on the screen. He's got 9, bro. He's got 9.
9
next to
triple
Cade,
doubles
yeah.
this year?
Yes, sir. He tied
Wow.
with Cade and Sabonis for that number 3 spot.
I mean, I figured he got a lot of double doubles with the
Yeah,
rebounds.
that
I know he
shit
was
shocked
dishing
me.
it out this much this year.
For sure.
Shout out to Josh Hart.
Shout out Josh Hart. I knew you weren't gonna get it, so I'm like.
I said not the Knicks. I was just gonna go down all the Eastern Conference teams. So, damn.
Yeah, big
That's fire.
surprise to me. But I also got a bonus question for you, bro.
Okay.
Can you tell me the only 3 players in history who's got a 60-point triple-double? Because Jokic got one
Yeah.
just last night.
So Jokic, obviously.
Of course.
Harden.
Yes, sir.
Westbrook.
No. I knew you were gonna.
I gotta throw Westbrook in there.
Yeah.
Luca.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
I was hoping that you were gonna not. I knew you were gonna get Harden, but I didn't think you were gonna get him immediately.
Hey,
That shit's hard to
2018,
forget,
2017. He was putting that up almost nightly.
And I was hating. Now I'm a Rockets fan. It's crazy how shit changes. But
Yep.
You want to get into our players of the week, though, bro?
Yeah, I just put Jokic for number 1. I mean, he had his
Yeah.
fucking 60-point triple-double,
I mean-
even though they did lose.
We got to talk about Curry as well, though.
Curry, yeah.
Yes,
I got
sir.
him number 2.
I think I'm putting Curry number 1, bro. Like, of course, what Jokic did is amazing, but he lost that game, son.
Yeah,
Fair
fair enough.
Not on him, but like he lost that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Curry, bro. 52, 10 and 8, 12 threes. Made his first like 4 or 5 threes in a row.
I thought he was going to go for the record. I thought he was going to get
What did he put
14.
up, 20 of them things?
Yeah, 12 for
about?
20.
Yeah. Nah, shout out him though. I mean, I had a whole other 3 guys prepared, and then them 2 last night just had to change my list. But I'm
Stole
still
the
gonna
show.
show love to them boys. But
Stole the show.
who you got at number 3?
Number 3, I got Tyler Hero. Heater on a 5-game win streak. 31 points per game, 5 assists this week, 76% true shooting. So,
Damn, bro, you deadass got basically the same sentence I got.
yeah.
Like literally.
He went nice this week.
I gotta show love to Jalen Green, bro. He put up, if we don't count that stinker last night against the Lakers, he scored like 30 out of his last 4 out of his last 5 games. And he's just been hooping, bro. He's on his little March run again. So shout out Jalen. And I also want to show some love to Kawhi. Bro's been killing for a minute now. Back in regular form. He's been averaging like 28, 9, and 4 in his last few games. So shout out Kawhi.
Defense has been crazy too.
Facts.
And shout out Kobe White too, Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
I didn't see that actually.
Yep.
Jalen Green, Western Conference Player of the Week. Okay. Player of the Month is crazy for Kobe White. So
hey, he's earned it. Him and Giddy, either one of them could have got it.
Bulls are exciting to watch, man.
They are.
I mean, I've been tapped in the last few games because they've been hooping. What can I say?
Run up and down the court.
Josh
Giddy dishing. I mean, he's one of the best playmakers in the league.
For sure, but it's the shooting that, of course, has been super hot after the All-Star break that you're a little bit concerned about. How much of that do you think sticks around if you guys are to make some type of postseason series?
Well, I think right now his confidence is just building. Mm-hmm. So he's getting more confident with the open threes. I don't really see him hesitating. Like when they leave him open, he's going to shoot it.
Facts. Do you think they're going to leave him open in play-in scenario?
Yeah, you're going to leave Josh Giddey open. And we'll probably, I mean, against the Hawks or the Heat, like it could go either way. We're all mid-teams, but
yeah,
I think we're better than the Heat right now, even though they're on a 5-game win streak. The Hawks, I think we're better than the Hawks, just like recently in the past month or two.
Well, no, I don't think they're on a 5-game win streak anymore. Didn't they just get beat by the Warriors?
The Heat?
Night?
The Heat?
I'm pretty sure that.
Nah, they beat the Warriors when Jimmy returned.
Am I bugging?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trolling.
But yeah, I think it's just a huge point right now for Giddey, building that confidence up for next year. That's what I'm really looking for next year. Not really the play-in or nothing, because I'm not expecting anything.
I was thinking of the Heat because Jimmy Butler was on. Sometimes when Jimmy Butler's on the floor, I just think Heat. That's crazy. But nah. I'm sorry. Finish what you were about to say.
Just saying, building the confidence with Kobe, Giddey, Modest on the floor. I think they're building great chemistry right now. And Giddey's playmaking really opens up. You see how good of a playmaker he is when he can score. So the teams actually have to guard him so he can make the right pass.
Yeah. I mean, he's been damn good the last few weeks, so I hope he continues at that level and gets them into a little playoff series. So maybe I'll lose that.
Hey, fuck you, fuck
you. I'm trolling. They've been fun to watch.
Why you hate praying on the Bulls' downfall right now? Because you know we got a nice little future.
Bro, your 2 favorite teams just like you were in an era too late, brother. 2 decades too late to enjoy that.
But we rebuilding right now.
Hey, maybe.
Well, the Bulls are at least. We ain't gonna mention the Cowboys.
Nah, but shout out the Bulls, bro. They have been fun. We got to talk about this Grizzly situation, though.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything else, because, I mean, why even do that with this little season left when you know that you're going to go to the playoffs? I mean, like, if they're not a playoff team, it makes just a little bit more sense, but I don't know.
I guess just the relationship with Taylor Jenkins and Ja.
Is that real, though? I've seen...
Ja's had the least amount of touches of his career this year. His usage rate is down. And after he's been fired, I mean, he had a 44-point game last week after the firing. So it looks like his confidence is, he's the main guy on that team again instead of spread the ball around.
1 or 2 games. Let's not...
It's been like a little more than that, but I mean maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 games, yeah.
Yeah, but...
That's really the only reason why. I think if Ja went to them and said, hey, get this guy the fuck out of here. This is my team. I don't like the schemes he's running. I want the ball in my hands. They're going to choose Ja over Taylor Jenkins any day.
I mean, I think a lot of Grizzlies fans actually saw this coming. Like, as surprised as the rest of the league was, I saw a lot of Grizzlies fans on Twitter and shit, or even Reddit, like, saying, nah, like, we saw this coming because of when they hired that assistant that is now the interim. I believe his name is Thomas Isilo. I had to look up that pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
I did my research, brother. But I just have to think that the organization had plans to do this for a while. But, like, the only question is, if you knew you wanted to fire him, like, why do it now?
Why wait 2 weeks before the
I just
playoffs.
don't see the benefit of not doing it. Like, if you want to do it at All Star, where other teams have done shit like that. Like the Bucks just a few years ago, we were 40 games in, where we fired Adrian Griffin and David Blatt's another one that was fired at halfway through the season. I mean, of course, they went on to win a championship, but
I'm confused though. Why did Grizzlies fans see this coming? Was the assistant coach like?
he's very good type shit. I do. They went on to. They were talking about how he was like a Euro Cup Coach of the Year last year. He went 20-1 with I believe the Paris Euro Cup team and led them to a Euro Cup championship. He's just like one of those young prodigies type shit, like Brad Stevens. I saw people comparing him to him. Of course, I don't know too much about his coaching style, but I think the Grizzlies were just kind of biding their time to fire Jenkins. Maybe the Ja relationship accelerated that, but
Doesn't make much sense
it's,
besides that.
yeah. Regardless of that,
We know
you could
Taylor
have waited till
Jenkins
the
is
off
a
season if you knew you wanted to
good
do it.
coach.
I think he's a good coach, but why the fuck is he not playing through Ja?
It's weird because the years before he was, this year is definitely a more team-oriented offense.
I did see some shit like another assistant was like basically the one that was the driving force behind the current offense that they were running under Taylor Jenkins.
Then I don't get it. Then
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they fired that assistant too.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
it connects some dots here. Ja comes out hooping after he's fired.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. I mean, whoever this Thomas guy, I believe he's gonna wear that interim badge for probably just until the off season. I think they're gonna sign him long term, type shit. So,
Yeah, but I think Jenkins definitely gets a job in the offseason.
where do you want to see him go? I mean, he's definitely proven to be like a player developer.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the Bulls. I'm fine with Billy Donovan. I like how he's
You
coaching
think
the
he's a
team right
developer,
now.
though?
Yeah, I mean, he came from Florida, college
Yeah.
team.
You're not wrong.
Came into the NBA with not really a development type team, but now that he has one,
Mm-hmm.
I like the schemes that he runs with the team right now. Really run and gun, fast paced. So I think he's a good coach. Probably the same tier as Jenkins, in my opinion. Like I wouldn't fire Billy Donovan to get Jenkins.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You think the Pelicans are gonna fire Willie Green?
I can't really judge Willie Green because
What the fuck could he
the
have
roster
done? Yeah.
is
But
just
I mean,
worn down by now.
you think they're just calling it the end of the day with Willie Green though?
They could just like start a refreshment, you know?
Yeah, I kind of think it's necessary, bro. After like a year with so much turmoil,
Yeah,
it's like okay, yeah, we need just like a.
new voice
I
in the
think-
locker room.
I think everybody just needs a change of scenery in New Orleans, bro. But Zion been hooping, so let me stop.
I think Taylor Jenkins would be nice with the Hawks, to be honest. I mean, they got not Dwayne Casey, Quinn Snyder right now, who isn't a bad coach, but
Yeah, he hasn't exactly lived up to expectations in Atlanta.
and Jenkins is a really defensive minded. I feel like the Grizzlies has always been a good defense, so get a defensive minded coach next to Trey, and see what happens.
That sounds like dog shit to me. Now, let me stop.
Build a defensive team around him.
Yeah, that shit could work for sure, but like, is he about to do the same thing to Trey?
You can't do that to Trey. I mean,
He did it to Ja.
but Trey is like one of the highest usage guys in the NBA.
I mean, I know what you mean, but plays a big, like coaching plays a big part of that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're not going to hire him if he comes in and says, we're going to take the ball out of Trey Young's hands.
well, that's what he did in Memphis, brother.
That's what he
Obviously
did,
not
but
immediately. What is he?
not
like
when he was
6
hired.
Years? So
Yeah.
I think he was there before Ja, maybe, or maybe around the same time. But
Weird situation.
very weird.
I don't think it dramatically affects the Grizzlies' playoff chances, though.
Yeah, no, I think they're probably a first round exit either way. I wouldn't mind matching up with them as a Rockets fan.
You wouldn't mind?
I mean, not if their new coach is a fucking god. Like, but I think Ime is the better one either way.
Yeah.
Ime's like should be coach of the year type shit, bro.
I mean, he'll finish top 3 for sure.
Who do you think the coach of the year is gonna be?
It's got to be they
It's
know.
got to be Dagno, yeah, but Ime's got to be like top 2.
I think he's too.
Me not to, but whatever.
I think he's too.
Yeah, I get it, but like his coaching is what has raised this team to such a high level.
For sure.
When, I mean, I could fucking coach the Thunder, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, I couldn't, but I think any
Shea,
decent coach is going to be very
ISO,
successful.
everybody get the fuck out of the
dead
way.
ass, though. Like, obviously, they do more than that, and defense plays a big part in what they do. Probably the biggest part of that team. So,
Yeah.
nah, I'm bugging. Dagnall is the coach of the year.
When you have a team that wins
Kenny
60
Atkinson
games.
too, though.
Yeah.
Either way, I gotta rant about the Bucks, bro.
Talk to me.
Bro. In the past, let's just say 3 or 4 seasons since we won that championship, it's been fumble after fumble after fumble. Even before that, the drafting. We have drafted like dog shit since Giannis. And I'm going to read you every draft pick.
I can't remember one
Since
draft
the
pick that you guys have contributed to your team.
Well, there was 2 guys who were decent, but we immediately either traded them or let them walk.
Let me know.
That's Dante DiVincenzo and Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh yeah.
But either way, I'm gonna read
2 very
off.
quality role players right now that the Bucks would love.
I want to immediately talk about this AJ Johnson situation.
Man
He's
is
been
hooping
in Washington.
Yep.
But my whole thing was like I was excited when we drafted him because I wanted a little bit of a youth injection. But like I fully did also want like a ready now player who can help us win today. Like players like Ryan Dunn, Terrence Shannon Jr. were available when we drafted a 19-year-old out of Australia that was projected to be a second-round pick.
You could have traded down if you wanted to do that.
Literally.
Traded up in the second round. You could have used your pick on Ryan Dunn, a defender that is a hustler that you guys could use.
Traded Marjon Beauchamp for 2 second-round picks.
And use one of those picks on AJ Johnson.
But instead, we traded 5 second-round picks for Jay Crowder last year, who was basically unplayable in the playoffs, and then we let walk in free agency. 5 second-round picks for 1.5 years, and dog shit in the playoffs. So thanks a lot, whoever fleeced our GM. But I do want to talk about every single pick that we've made since Giannis in, I believe, 2013. Jabari Parker, which is just a tough injury. So I can't really hate on them for that. Don Maker, who I was hyped for. I mean,
they took a shot. I mean, they drafted the Giannis. Dude, they were trying to pair him up with another freak and Don Maker, and you missed.
Don Maker was a fat reach. Nobody was
what did you pick him?
13th?
10th. Oh my goodness.
10th. Yeah.
Fat reach.
In that same draft, I believe it was Malcolm Brogdon in the second round, who, of course, I believe won Rookie of the Year, was a very good player for us, and we let walk to pay. I don't remember,
but I remember Giannis was pissed.
I believe it was Brook Lopez, maybe. So, like, of course, that did somewhat work out for us, but I think Brogdon today would still be a great player on this Bucks squad. So, yeah. DJ Wilson.
Bum.
And that was, I believe, top 15. Dante DiVincenzo, who we traded for a washed Serge Ibaka like a year later. And I mean washed. I don't think he played more than like 40 games for us, and he immediately moved on. So, Jordan Nwora.
He had that one nice crossover.
Marjon, who I had high hopes for, but bro's not good. I don't think he can get minutes anywhere in the league right now. I think he got cut. Maybe is it?
I don't think he's on the Bucks anymore.
He's not on the Bucks. He got traded in
the Wizards trade, right?
But I think the Wizards
they release him.
They either released him or immediately traded to another team who released him. Chris Livingston, who in 2 years has only played 40 games in just garbage time for us, and then AJ Johnson and Tyler Smith. Who barely played for us.
And AJ Johnson looks really good right now.
Looks really good on the Wizards. I mean, of course, we got a guy we really wanted, like Kuzma, but I don't think Kuzma is a difference maker right now. So, I mean...
And it's not like...
Of course,
you just traded AJ Johnson. You traded Chris Middleton, who could still be an off-the-bench contributor for you guys.
Honestly...
And AJ Johnson. For Kyle Kuzma, when... At this point, your season's over with Dame out.
I'm calling for a new front office in Milwaukee, bro. That shit's been atrocious the last few years. I mean...
Think about this good stuff that they did. They traded for Dame Lillard, which
everybody
everybody thought was good.
I was super excited when it happened, but...
The Drew Holiday trade, which I don't even remember what they traded for.
It was like 4 first-round picks.
But it got you a championship.
Yes, it did. It did. And I mean, of course, we made great signings like a Brook Lopez and a Bobby Portis. But
Yep.
those were it was a long time ago now. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, we don't have money like that to make signings, but
The management of this roster
we've done everything Giannis has asked.
post championship.
It's just been mismanagement after mismanagement, bad drafting. Really bad drafting is the main point of it because you can find difference makers in the draft at 20 through 30 or 15 through 25. Like,
That's where
even in the second round.
the old 2, 3, 4 year college guys that can come and contribute right away, that's where they get picked.
Ryan Dunn being available and the Bucks not selecting him when we're in dire need of perimeter defense is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you don't make that call. Like,
I don't get it either. And they draft the youngest player in the draft.
the rawest player in the draft as well.
Like he could have been nice. Like
Honestly, he kind of plays like KPJ a little bit.
I see that,
Yeah.
but also, like I get it because you are the oldest roster in the league, but that's also the point. You're the oldest roster in the league. You have Giannis. You have a championship window, which is 1 or 2 years when you're making that pick.
I actually don't think we're the oldest anymore, but I think we were.
You're still
last
up
year.
there.
Yeah, we're top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I was looking it up, but it's just a tough situation, and if I was Giannis, I'd ask out. To be completely honest.
I mean, if he doesn't, he's just wasting the next 3 years of his career, and at that point, he'll be 33. And with his play style,
I think he's gonna last a while.
he'll last a while. But when
He's smart.
when he's 35, 36, he's not going to be as dominant. He's not going to be a top 2 player in the league. Top 10,
for sure.
top
yeah,
10.
top
But
10 at 33 for sure.
he's going to need more help to win a championship at that point in his career.
Absolutely. I don't think he can do the shit that he did in.
So this offseason, are you
so-
calling for a Giannis
I think
trade?
if it's not this offseason, it's the trade deadline next year, bro.
Because there are a lot of teams with a lot of
A
value
lot of value,
that would trade for him.
man. Imagine a KD trade, a Giannis trade this offseason. That shit would be hype, especially after the trade deadline we just had with a massive deal after massive deal with second apron teams that we thought it was impossible to do. And that's the problem with the Bucks too, is their second apron. I don't know how that shit looks. It's always so fucking.
Be a
complicated
3-4
nowadays.
teamer.
Fucking 7-team deal.
Yeah.
Just to get the money matching. Like,
Yep.
either way though, I just had to rant about that shit.
Yeah, y'all are cooked.
We're
I
cooked,
mean,
but
prayers
like,
up for Dame.
we definitely have a very nice reset, especially with Giannis on a contract like that. We're gonna just get so much more. I
Yeah.
want all the OKC picks and J-Dub. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, OKC is winning the next 5 chips, I think, but
Okay, as a Rockets fan, I don't want that, but as a Bucks fan, yeah, bro.
yeah, resetting that franchise.
Literally. I want literally your treasure trove of fucking draft picks.
I'm sure you can
I might
get
need
something
more,
back
too,
for
from
Brooke.
J-Dub. Like, I need more. Like, I need J-Dub all your picks, and like
And fucking
another?
Wiggins.
I need Topic.
Yeah,
And
Topic.
Wiggins.
I'm sure they would throw in Topic too.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo
Yeah,
right
he's
here,
a
the
top
top
3 player.
3 player in the league.
And this ain't no fucking
In his
Luka
prime.
Diarita, brother.
In his
we
prime.
gonna squeeze every fucking
Shit,
ounce.
with your GM, I don't know.
I don't think he's got fleeced in many trades.
You might
except for that
trade him for
Jay
J
Crowder.
Dub and 1 pick. Nah.
I mean, let's be honest. The Dame trade at the time was a good deal.
Yeah, everybody
It was
wanted
like
him.
Drew Holiday, 3 first-round picks,
Yeah.
a couple swaps.
In that moment, you're doing that deal
Every
100 out of
time.
100 times.
Yeah, every time. So I don't want to act like he's a garbage GM. I mean, he's a garbage drafter, that's for sure. But maybe that's
Yeah.
his assistant doing that shit. I don't know.
He thought he hit on Giannis, and he was just the greatest GM of all time.
I feel like I still got a video of like that you took of me
Don Maker,
reacting to the Thon Maker
Yeah.
fucking pick.
you were hyped.
I wanted Thon Maker, and I was like, "There's no way they're picking him at 10 though. Like he's a projected 2nd-round pick or some shit, or very late fucking 1st round." I was thinking it was gonna be him, or you remember who the other guy I wanted was? Skal Labissiere.
Oh, Scal, he had a lot of hype
Kentucky.
too.
He did. I mean, bro was garbage, but not as bad as fucking Thon Maker.
Yeah.
So
Hey, he got some playing time this year.
that just goes to show how my fucking GM ability was at what
What are you,
12,
12? Yeah.
14 maybe.
You and the Bucks GM were on the same wavelength with Don.
Big facts. Big facts. I mean, bro was killing. But
I
he was
mean,
also 25 in high school.
yeah.
We just lying about our age out here.
You want to get into our All
Yeah.
NBA and All Defensive teams, though?
Yes, sir. Let's start with the all defensive.
Okay.
Let's start with the second team, bro.
All Defensive second team.
Who you got? Who's your number one guy off the second team, bro? My shit's not really ranked, so
Neither is mine. Jason Tatum.
okay. I don't even got a Celtic on my all defensive teams, bro.
Celtics are
kinda
number
bugging.
5 in defense.
Yeah, I'm bugging a little bit.
Tatum can guard 1 through 4, sometimes 5. He's 4th in defensive win share, and just watching the eye test, I mean, there's really nobody 1 through 4 he can't guard. He's quick, strong, 6'10", lanky, and yeah, the Celtics are a great defensive overall team, but I think Tatum is their best defender out there.
Hey,
Getting the passing lanes, doing everything for them.
I agree. But you gotta say defensive win shares is a very team.
It is a very wishy washy. Like some guys, I'm like, all right, Sengun's number 2. Obviously, he's not.
Sengun's actually been
He
damn
is.
good defensively this
He
year.
is, but
Like
first, I think some guys it matters more than others.
for sure. I mean, he contests a lot of shots, brother.
No, when I was doing this research, I'm like, all right, maybe I was sleeping on Sengun a little bit defensively.
Yeah, brother. I showed you that motherfucking
Yeah,
graph, son.
but no, I got Tatum on there.
Hey, shout out JT. I was sleeping. I want to talk about Ivica Zubac, brother.
Yeah,
Held down the paint. Held down the paint for the third best defense in the league, 6th in LeBron D, which is a B-ball index stat. I'm going to be referencing a lot of B-ball index stats for my all defensive list. If you don't know what that is, brother, you got to tap in. You got to tap in. He contests a bunch of shots. I believe he's top 10 in rim contests per 75, maybe top 20-ish. But he's also 5th in rim deterrence. So anytime you see that motherfucker in the paint, they ain't driving on him. At least not a lot. So shout out Ivica Zubac. I believe he's very high up in like rim defensive field goal percentage. So
yeah. Speaking of the Clippers, I had my guy Chris Dunn on there. 1.7 steals per game per 36, 2.6 steals per game. He's number 1 in the league in defensive box plus minus, and number 3 in the NBA in steals. Obviously, like you said, Clippers are the 3rd best defense in the NBA, and he's really been coming in, clamping off the bench, sometimes getting starts, but top, one of the best guard perimeter defenders in the NBA, period.
yeah, for sure. Except that
I'd
he's not eligible for all defensive teams because although he's played over 65 games,
yeah.
he hasn't played 20 minutes in all those 65 games, which I want to shout out.
Personally, I think is a crazy rule.
It's a little
if you
bit
can
crazy.
come in and impact the game,
In less than 20 minutes, you're damn good, yeah.
and he's averaging more than 20 minutes a game.
I'm just telling you the facts of the matter, brother.
Hey, I know, I get what you're saying.
I believe
I didn't know that was part of the rule. I thought it
Yeah,
was just
bro.
65 games.
I think you have one exception to that. Like,
What do you mean?
so if you play 65 games and in only one of those games you played less than 20 minutes, that still counts.
Okay.
But that means he played in a couple games where he played less than 20. So it's tough. Which leads me to say Andrew Nemhard, honorable mention for me. He was also disqualified because of this rule, just barely, I'm pretty sure as well. So tough for that. Tough for him because he's been damn good defensively this year. I also want to give another honorable mention or two. Dylan Brooks and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's on my list.
I wanted to put him on the list, man, but he's going to be the motherfucking MVP. So go get your shit somewhere else, brother. I want to
Hey, he's going to be the MVP because
defenders.
his best offensive player in the league, him and Jokic, and he's
damn
also
good defender.
damn good defender. Getting
Gets a
them
lot of blocks.
getting the passing lanes.
Yeah.
Guard can guard 1 through 3.
I like Shea, but I got his teammate up here, J-Dub.
Okay, I like that.
I think J-Dub is just the heart behind that shit. I didn't even bring no stats for him. I just am a big fan of his fucking defense. The eye test says everything to me. He really gets in them passing lanes and creates havoc for that Oklahoma City team. So shout out J-Dub. He's another one on my second team.
Hey, we talking about honorable mentions. This guy is obviously one of the best defenders in the league, but I got Giannis as an honorable mention. He didn't make my offensive team.
He didn't make mine either, brother.
Okay.
I think he's damn good, but it's not that his shit's been bad this year. The team isn't great defensively, and
I think
more of a
he's
help
really
defender at this point. So as much as that helps,
yeah. I think he was really focusing a lot of his energy on offense this year.
that as well. He ain't chasing shit down like he was in the motherfucking.
Exactly.
But
I do got Gobert on there though. He's the last guy that made my team.
me too, brother.
Still a block and a half a game. He's the anchor of a top 5 defense in the league. So obviously he has a lot of help with McDaniels and Ant, but you still can't understate what Gobert does.
For sure. He's still top 3 in rim deterrence, so motherfuckers still don't want to drive on him. Elite in contest per 75, so he's giving it his all in that paint defense. Pretty damn good block rate per contest, so when he is contesting it, he's getting his fingers on that a good amount of the time. He's not quite elite as he was in previous years, but he's still an upper echelon rim defender for you. So shout out Rudy Gobert. I didn't think you were going to make my list until I started diving into it. So
Same here.
shout out him.
Last guy on my second team is Bam. Anchoring a top 10 defense, blocking a half a game, stealing a half a game, 8th in defensive win shares, and just eye test. Probably top 3 as in centers that can switch and guard the perimeter and still protect the paint.
For sure. I don't have him, but he was definitely in my thoughts when I was making this list.
Yeah.
I got Tumani Kamara on the second team.
Hey, I like that.
I would have put him first team, honestly, because he's damn good, but the team is just so ass, it's hard to put him up there.
Yeah.
I believe he's top 3 or top 5 in perimeter isolation defense grade by B-Ball Index, as well as top 15 or so in steals per 75 possessions. And most of the time, bro, like, I'm also going to make this point about Dyson Daniels. A lot of times steals, it's not necessarily a team thing, but, like, a lot of these other guys who are averaging a lot of steals, brother, it's because the team is creating chaos. There's a lot of good defenders out there. So you can slip in on help defense while the dude's distracted. Boop. Or hop in that passing lane. Bro's doing this on a bad fucking team.
Yeah.
On a bad defensive team. So that just shows you, for me personally, the impact that he's making for them. So
yeah, I don't think I had anybody that was on the 11th seed or below, just because even great individual lead defender they are, as great as an individual defender they are,
I know what you mean.
they can't really impact the game so much.
He did, though, brother.
But Kamara, yeah, like you said,
yeah,
hustles, can defend.
He's a top
Block,
3
steal.
wing stopper in the league right now, in my opinion, brother.
He's up there for sure.
He's up there with a Lou Dort and a Dyson Daniels and an Amen Thompson, who's my last guy right now. But he's really not the last guy. Rudy Gobert is the last guy. But
Yeah.
I got to shout out Amen, bro. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the world. I'd say top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
And what he does athletically, he has the highest block rate on contests in the league, at least for everybody who qualified for this list, by a large margin. Like,
Yeah.
anytime, like, I believe it was 37% of the time he's contesting a shot at the rim, he's blocking it.
That's wild.
It's absolutely wild. So,
Yeah, I had him on my first team.
okay, shout out to men. I didn't want to put him first team and seem biased, but I do have some damn good defenders.
Almost a block and a half and a steal and a half
Did
per
you give your
game.
last guy on there?
Yeah,
second team?
my full second team was Shea, Tatum, Bam, Dunn, and Gobert. Even though Dunn
said
doesn't
Ryan
qualify.
Dunn?
Chris
Oh,
Dunn.
Chris Dunn.
Dunn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't hear the Shea part, but okay.
Yeah, I said Shea.
Okay.
But yeah, I had a men 9th in defensive box plus minus, steal and a half, block and a half per game, 7th in defensive win shares. Rockets are the 4th best defense in the league.
For sure.
And like you said, perimeter too, but he is so athletic and like strong. He can help defender on the bigs, get in those blocks, and he can like stand his ground in the paint.
Bro's a killer.
Yeah.
I mean,
He can based off athleticism alone.
But he's got the mind for that shit too, man.
Yeah, I got him on first team.
I wish I could have put him first team, but one guy I got above him in the first team, similar, is Lou Dort, brother.
Okay.
3rd in perimeter defense, perimeter ISO defense in the league. Night in, night out, guards the best player for the best defense in the league.
Yep.
Every single time.
Yeah.
and he does damn well because his stats are still phenomenal when he's guarding the best player.
Yeah.
For the best team, when everybody you got a target on your chip, you got a target on your shoulder, brother. Like, so on your back. I don't know why I'm talking about shoulders and shit, but you got a target. Like, people want to put up points on you, so it just
Yeah.
makes them look better. So for him to go out there and be as good as he is, I had to put him first team.
Definitely one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Another guy I got, Draymond.
Oh, big facts.
Fourth best or seventh best defense in the NBA for the Warriors. I think he's really picked it up in the back half of the season. Fourth in defensive box plus minus. He's one of those guys that can really guard 1 through 5, 6'9".
You seen those tweets, brother?
Yeah. But he's 35 years old, so he's not as quick as he used to be. But still, he's IQ, knows the scouting report, knows the sag off who, get in the passing lanes,
Smart, man.
can still get blocks, guard the perimeter. Yeah. Great defensive year for Draymond.
Do you think a man has Draymond defense potential, brother? Like real 1 through 5 shit?
Yeah. Just
Me too.
he's obviously a lot shorter
No,
than
he's not.
Draymond. I
They're
mean,
both like 6'7". A man's probably.
I think
6'6".
Draymond's like 6'8", 6'9".
Draymond's dead ass 6'7", brother. I'm
But
pretty sure Clay is taller than Draymond.
That ass.
Like a little bit. Yeah. Hold on.
Maybe Draymond just looks bigger because
Yeah.
he's bulkier.
Bro is 6'6".
Damn. And a
Let me-
men's 6'6" too, I believe.
I think a man's 6'7", bro. Low key. 6'7". A man's taller than him.
Damn.
And I feel it. Yeah, brother, you bugging. He's way shorter.
I thought Draymond was like 6'8" and he was like 6'6".
Hell no, boy.
I guess he's just bulkier
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say,
got a bigger build. And a men's more of like a lanky, fast, quick, athletic guy.
I think he can put on weight though and still keep the athleticism.
For sure. I think right now, a men's is just as good as Draymond defensively.
Well, yeah.
I'm not
but,
saying
like,
Draymond
I'm
in his
saying-
prime.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he got prime Draymond potential, brother?
That's
Not
like
fucking
defensive player in
today.
the year, best defender in the league potential. I'm not sure.
You don't.
I think
got
he
that?
does have the potential.
Yeah, I'm not saying can you. Or you think he's gonna reach that shit? Like,
But at the same
no one can
time,
make that call.
I think he has to focus more energy on offense than Draymond would ever have.
Oh yeah, you're 100% right.
So he's not. I don't know if he's going to be guarding the best player night in and night out.
I don't know, brother, because
I think he should.
Sengun and Jalen Green. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
but
offense there.
he's not going to be on that team. His
What
whole
the fuck you talking
like
about?
I'm not
A
saying
man's
he,
a
I'm not
lifer.
saying he's not going to be on the Rockets, but the Rockets team around him. And men's only 21
Yeah,
years old. It's
for-
not going to
for
be
sure.
the same.
I mean, they're
through his
also
whole
only
career.
like 22 or 23, so.
Exactly. You don't know what his team's going to be when he's 26, 27.
Ahmed and Jalen work very well together, so
Yeah, they do.
they very much do. But
Yeah, shout out Draymond though.
shout out Draymond. He was also my first team. He's got the highest rim deterrence in the league. And as I said, for a guy that is 6'7", when he really 6'6", it's just super impressive. Like,
Yeah,
you don't want to
6'6",
drive on a
Draymond,
6'6"
6'6"?
dude with no hops, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
you don't want to drive on a 6'6" dude that can't get motherfucking a foot off the floor, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
insane. But he's also top 3 in D LeBron, so bro's been absolutely holding it down for his squad this year.
Yeah. Next guy, Dyson Daniels. I mean, he's averaging 3 fucking steals a game. That's basically all I
Hell
gotta
yeah.
say. I mean, even just watching him, he's top defender in the league. 6'7", shooting guard, lanky as fuck, get in the passing lanes, or just take it away from you, guarding you 1-on-1.
Yeah, bro's been different this year. He's the best perimeter.
The great
perimeter
barrier
defender.
thief.
He's the best in the league, brother.
Yeah.
Second, according to B-Ball Index's perimeter perimeter ISO D, behind, I believe it was only Andrew Nemhard. But another interesting stat: he guards tier 1 usage players over 40% of the time. I believe more than anybody else in the league. He also gets 40% of the Hawks steals. All of their team steals. He gets
So he's
40%
averaging
of them.
3 a game. The Hawks must get average like 7 steals a game.
7 or 8, brother, some shit like that.
Wow.
But That's what I just think is so impressive. He's doing on a team that's not getting turnovers.
He's
Getting
creating all
all
of
the
them.
turnovers, brother. It just
Shout out Dyson Daniels.
shout out Dyson Daniels. He's my MIP, bro. Fuck you, Cade. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Cade, but like,
Hey, and who predicted that?
I believe you did, brother. Big facts. I don't remember who I predicted.
Dude, it's crazy that Cade's about to win this. Just the way that this award is headed.
I hope he doesn't because
He's the betting favorite.
fuck all betting favorite shit, bro. I don't give a damn what they think.
They know more than we do though.
That's just some dude typing in a motherfucking number on a keyboard, son. You gonna trust
Some dude
him
in
with what he
Vegas.
says?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm trusting Vegas.
But I'm gonna talk about my other guy here, my last guy before we talk about the guy. I got Jaren Jackson Jr. on here, bro. He's the best in rim defensive field goal percentage versus expected, and he's the only one of those people in the top 5 to be like have a positive grade in perimeter ISO defense. So not only is he making the biggest difference at the rim, he's also getting his shit done on the outside too. So
Is there the guy? Or is Jaren and the guy in the same category?
I think the guy is the guy, and I'll give my reasons for that, brother.
Well, I do have Mobley
damn near
one.
being that guy as well right now, but I got
He
Mobley
is.
up there right now.
Mobley, I have one. But I think Jaren is just as good as Evan Mobley is at just about everything. Maybe besides just standing under the rim and guarding one-on-one centers. Like if I had to pick between Mobley or Jaren to guard Jokic, I'm probably taking Mobley just because he's a little bit stronger, a little bit taller.
I think Jaren's a slightly better perimeter defender, and Evan's a slightly better paint defender.
Yeah.
But I like what Evan does a lot more. Not a lot more, but a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, Jaren is averaging very good stats, and he's only getting 30 minutes a game.
Yeah.
So I think if he was up there in the 32, 33, he could average like 2 blocks a game. He's averaging 1.5 steals almost.
I mean, we know who the real guy is. The real guy that couldn't finish the season, Wemby.
Yeah.
He's the guy. The guy.
Let Mobley get his DPOY this year because, yeah.
Jaren already got his. Rudy got motherfucking 5 of the last 6.
Draymond's got one.
Draymond's got more than one, right?
Probably 2.
At least 2.
But
if he only got 1, then my vote's for Draymond because that motherfucker deserves it at this age.
Let Mobley get his now because we know he ain't getting one again if Wemby stays healthy.
I mean, I'm surprised that Mobley isn't in that. I think they're definitely the same tier, but it's pretty clear to me I'd rather have Mobley than Jaren, purely as a defender.
I think they're right next to each other, personally.
Sure. But as you said, Mobley takes the edge, right?
Yeah, I do have Mobley one, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about him, bro. Top 5 in D. LeBron, top 5 in defensive field goal percentage versus expected, top 5 in rim deterrence, top 5 in contests per 75, holds his own on the perimeter, guards the best player for the best team in the league. There's not much more to say, bro. The eye test says everything. Those stats just reinforce it, man.
And the Cavs have a top 10 defense.
Yeah, and he feels like he's all over the place on that court, bro.
He is, yeah.
It's annoying sometimes.
I mean, he can close out on a three-point shooter and then blocks an offensive rebound and then grab the rebound and go up the court himself and fucking finish a play.
Evan Mobley has definitely become one of my favorite players to watch this year. I knew you were high on him the last few years, and, I was...
You were saying they should trade him.
Nah, did I say... No, I said Jared
Allen.
Jared,
yeah.
Or Darius Garland, which Jared Allen has been very good as a defender as well this year. I almost put him on this list, but...
Yeah, I couldn't argue that.
It was close. Another honorable mention, because I didn't put him in the honorable mentions, but I thought of you, brother.
Yeah. I mean, we know what Jared does as a rim protector.
For sure.
So want to get into our All-NBA teams?
Yes, sir. You want to start with the third team, my boy?
Yeah, if we're going to start with the third team, then I might as well get my snubs out of the way. We got a few of them. I mean, just some guys that I don't think are going to hit the games played mark. Kevin Durant.
Yep.
He's only played 62 games, and he's out with an ankle injury right now with only 6 games left in the season. Mm-hmm. He definitely would have made my first or second team. Jaylen Brown, I'm not sure if he would have made it, but he's only played 59 games and he's dealing with an injury right now.
Yeah, I got Brown.
And last but not least, Franz Wagner.
I didn't even consider, bro. But
I mean, 24, 5-5.
Didn't he miss like 30 games?
He's played 60. His most amount of games that he can play is 62.
Okay.
So, shout out to him. He's having a great season, but just can't make it.
Talk about my snubs too.
Okay.
KD, of course, because I don't know if he's going to actually meet the requirements.
Yep.
And two centers that I wish I could have included, Sabonis and Sengun, brother.
Yeah.
I don't have any Rockets as an
Neither do
all-NBA
I.
player, but I do think Sengun has a real chance with the voters. I mean, there's 2 seed in the West, and he's damn good.
I
As a
think
defender-
All NBA is more of an individual thing, though.
I agree, but even then, it shows some fucking respect.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, show some respect.
But besides the injury snubs, just some guys I want to rattle off. J-Dub,
I got him.
you got him on your
Yes, sir.
Siakam,
Yeah, I did have to snub Siakam.
DG,
I got him.
and Trey.
How do you snub DG, bro? I thought he was a lock. He's on my
Probably
second team,
the
son.
last guy I have on my third team is Harden.
Oh, fuck out of here with Harden. Nah.
What do you
DG
mean?
Over Harden, brother.
Bro has, I
Nah.
wouldn't say carried,
Bro,
but the first half of the year,
he definitely
22 and a half
Backpack,
points,
bro.
6 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 1.5 steals. He was just basically the engine of that
We
offense.
ain't talking about the first half
With-
of the year. We talking about
Even the
whole-
second, I mean, he's had, even the second half of the year, it's not like he's been bad. It's just he has more help in Kawhi.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I didn't consider
Without him, the Clippers
I thought the
aren't
Clippers were
even
gonna be
close to a playoff
We
team.
both projected them to be like 13 seeds. So.
Yeah. And Harden's
mean-
having an amazing season.
Yeah, I don't think it's all NBA though. To be honest with you,
You think Trey's is
I
better
don't,
than
I
him?
don't got Trey either.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know who I'm missing on here, but because that's like 3 guys that I got that you ain't. Got.
Well, I don't know. You got Mitchell on there?
Do I have Donovan Mitchell
Okay.
on there?
Because I do.
Yeah, I do.
He's on my third team.
He's on my first team.
Bro, he's on your... How the fuck is he on your first team?
He's the best player on the best team in the league, brother. All NBA is not fucking purely individual. I promise you that.
It pretty much is.
Nah, dog. Nah,
I'm just because he's the best player on the best team, I'm not putting him...
bro. But he's been.
He's
more than
having
that.
his most inefficient year of his career, pretty
That's
much.
not true, brother. That's just a fucking bullshit tweet you read somewhere.
No,
I told
I've
you-
looked up the stats.
I told you 3 fucking podcasts ago that shit wasn't true.
Bro, you want to look at his true shooting, his field goal percentage, his
Bro,
effective
bro,
field goal
bro, bro,
percentage?
bro. True shooting is a lot of bullshit. Just because
No,
he's not getting to the line.
what do you mean it's
Just because
bullshit?
he's not getting to the line does not fucking mean that.
It's not that he's
shooting.
not getting to the line.
Yes, it is, brother. 'cause
It's the combined free throw percentage,
brother,
field goal percentage, and
brother,
3-point percentage.
Brother. But when you're shooting free throws, it's literally a free basket with no field goal attempt.
What are you talking about?
Brother, I'm telling you right now, he's not been that inefficient this year.
No, I'm not saying he's been like
He's also
super
played-
wildly inefficient.
He's also only played 30 minutes a game.
Okay,
He's been having a great season.
he has. He's not.
I don't know how you even
He's on your first team.
I had one slot.
So
on
you're
that
saying
first
he's
team.
had a better season than Ant and Cade?
Hey, brother.
No, he hasn't.
Cade's on my
Period.
third team.
Cade's
Yeah.
on your third
Cade's
team?
on my third team.
What?
Brother, these are some locks that I had in these motherfucking first 2 teams.
Bro.
Dog. That
Mitchell has one of the best teams around him. Cade's surrounded by shit, and he still led his team to a top 5
I
seed.
agree. Cade's been having
Top 6
fantastic,
seed.
but I'd rather have
Individually,
fucking
Cade
Mitchell
has had a
than
better year than Cade.
Cade's had a
Not
better
without
year
a
than Cade.
doubt.
Cade's had a better.
Cade
year than
has had a better year than Spida.
Yeah, maybe statistically, but I watched more
Even
than
eye
fucking
test,
statistics,
Cade has
brother.
taken over games and won games for the Pistons.
I'm taking D-Mitch, brother.
Take D. Mitch off the team, they're still a top 5 seed.
Maybe
They're up there.
they're.
Take Cade off the Pistons,
I think D-Mitch is a. Way
They're
bigger
right
part
down
of
with the Nets and the
Cleveland.
Wizards.
I think D-Mitch is a way bigger part of the Cleveland success than you're giving him credit for, brother.
I'm not saying they're going to be the first seed without him, but they're still going to be 4 or 5.
Maybe.
They're going to be in the same tier as where the Pistons are right now.
I don't know, brother. I don't think that's the point of this, though. I just would rather. I'm taking D-Mitch over Cade.
This season,
Yes.
I'm taking Cade.
I disagree.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to disagree, but Ant, too.
Ant is on my second team.
Okay.
Ant's the first player on my second team. It was between him and D. Mitch, and I took D. Mitch purely because they're the best fucking team in the league.
Let's go. Let me go through
my
my third team first.
Yeah,
all right?
let's go through our third team.
I've got Jaren Jackson,
Second team for me.
Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, and James Harden.
I ain't got Tyrese, brother. But
For me, I was picking between Tyrese, Harden, Trey, and Garland. And I decided to go with Halliburton and Harden.
Garland's on my second team, man.
He's having a crazy efficient year.
I got my third team is J-Dub, Cade, Karl Anthony Towns, Stephen Curry, and this one killed me to not have higher, but Evan Mobley's on my third team, man.
Okay. Yeah, he's on my second team.
But I'm surprised that we got Cade and D. Mitch basically flipped here. I mean, I don't know.
Cade is my first one on the second team.
Okay. Ant is my first one on the second team.
Ant's my second.
So who I'm just very curious. Who filled that one slot in the first team that we all know who the other four are? Because there were
You want to hear my second team?
Yeah, let me hear your second
Cade,
team.
Ant, Curry, Towns, Mobley.
Bro, that is basically my whole third team except J-Dub.
Who's your second team?
My second team is Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, LeBron James. Show some fucking respect. Bro's been having a damn
He's on my
day.
fucking first team.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
He's the last guy on my first team.
Okay.
Wait, you think I didn't have him on my list at all? You think I snubbed Bron?
I thought so.
Come on, man.
Okay, so I got Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, Bron, Darius Garland, and Jaren Jackson on my second team.
So, yeah, we just flipped Mobley and Jaren for the second and third team.
And Cade. Well,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. But
Yeah.
I thought this is more interesting than I thought it would be. I don't know. I didn't think this was a hot take at all, brother.
What?
D. Mitch on the first team.
Dude, D. Mitch, he's
Bro,
having
you're
like a
looking,
solid
at
season.
the statistics.
I'm looking at what he's done this year, too. He hasn't had
So
any
am I.
crazy games. I'm looking at an individual season. Yes, he's on the best team, second best team in the
Gotta
league.
give him the nod,
And he is
brother.
a huge. That's why I put him on an All-NBA team. But an individual season, I get he doesn't have to drop 40, 50. He doesn't have to do what he did on the Jazz.
I think
But, I mean, it's not like he's gone crazy this year.
No, I agree, but like he's having a damn good year.
I think
Lowest efficiency.
Ant, Cade, and Bron is having better years.
I'm pretty sure he's shooting better from three than he has in any other year in his career.
That could be true.
I believe it is true. I think he's been very efficient.
I think Brunson's had a better year. I could have flipped.
To his record, brother.
I could have flipped Curry to the third team, but
Yeah, Curry's on my third team.
he's the fifth seed in the West,
Yeah.
and he's been a huge part of it before they even got Jimmy.
You're right.
He kept them afloat. I'm just talking about individual impact.
I get it, but like Donovan Mitchell's up there for me, bro. I've been riding for Donovan Mitchell since motherfucking the third episode of this podcast when we was ranking guards or some shit.
Yeah.
He was. I almost put him top three, brother, but I didn't. So
I just think Cade and Ant are having better years.
I'm just not. I think purely individually, statistically, yes. That
And
is
the way
undeniably
that
true.
they're carrying their team, Donovan Mitchell, he's playing great team basketball. Ant and Cade are carrying their team
I
into the
value
playoffs.
great team basketball.
They
bro.
would
That's what wins
they
you
would
games.
not be in the playoffs if you take one of those. If you take Cade off the Pistons, they're the worst team.
Bro.
They're with the Wizards. You take Ant off the Timberwolves, they're the fucking worst team in the West, right next to
Let me ask
whoever
you
the
this.
worst team in the West is.
If you
The
swap
Pelicans.
Cade and D. Mitch, which team do you think gets better? Which team? I think the Pistons would be better.
I think
with
the
Donovan
Pistons
Mitchell.
would be worse
Dead ass.
because what Cade does as a point guard,
I think I know what you mean for sure, but
he's averaging 9 assists a game, 25, 9 assists a game.
Donovan Mitchell is
Shooting a better true shooting percentage than Donovan Mitchell.
True shooting percentage is a lie.
I think it shows.
It's decent, but I don't think it's.
No,
the
I'm not
end-all,
basing my
be-all
whole
of
fucking list.
efficiency,
No,
bro.
I'm not. But
I don't think it's the end all be all of efficiency. Like a lot of
I
that
look
shit
at-
is how much you get to the line, bro. Like if I
that's
shoot,
a big part.
if I shoot
of the
12 for
NBA.
12, if I shoot 12 for 24
Why do you think Shea's the best scorer in the league? Because he knows
Brother.
how to get to the fucking line.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, if I shoot 50% on all twos, that is inefficient. Because I'm getting 24 points on 24 baskets or 24 attempts. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
That's bad.
No.
That's the discourse that is today. If you shoot 50% from the two,
Donovan
you're
Mitchell
bad.
isn't shooting 50%.
I know.
Twos.
I'm just using that as an example.
Shooting like
of why
43.
true shooting and
field
field
goal
goal
percentage
doesn't mean shit.
I'm
For
not.
the most part.
It does mean shit.
I think
I'm not
3-point
saying
percentage
it's the
means a
fucking
lot
end all
more.
be all. Like I'm not basing my whole list off it, but
No, I'm not saying your whole list, but like this argument,
I factor
don't-
into it.
I value team basketball very much, and I think he's led this team to the number 1 seed.
Sure, he has led them, I guess, but you could argue Mobley's been their best player this year.
I disagree. That's why
They're
I got
right
Mobley on
in-
the 3rd team.
Garland is having
Honestly, if I
a
redid
better
it,
individual season
I'd
than
probably
Mitchell.
swap Garland and Mobley and put Mobley 2nd team, Garland 3rd team, and I'd keep D Mitch 1st. Like, I don't think that's crazy.
You have Garland on second team right
I
now,
have him
Mobley
2nd
third.
team, Mobley on 3rd. I really did question giving them 3 All-NBA players, but they've just been that good, bro.
No, I can't blame you for putting DG on there, because I did have D Mitch and Mobley.
I just think D Mitch is
But I had Mobley on the
having a
second team
fantastic
and
year, brother.
Mitchell on the third.
I don't see him have stinkers though, bro. Like,
I haven't seen him go off though either.
that shit don't matter. He's playing consistently good team basketball at a very fucking high level.
So was Ant, but I've seen Ant carry his team
Nah,
with
bro,
50,
he's
60
not
point
getting
games.
60 wins though.
Because look at the team around him.
I don't care.
You don't care about the fucking players that he's playing with?
Not at all, brother. I'm looking at how
Okay,
you're
so
playing.
so Ant's having a better individual season.
Statistically.
And Mitchell has,
Statistically.
according to you, 2 other All-NBA players on his team.
What's your point?
So obviously they're gonna win more games. What the fuck are you talking about?
Brother.
If Ant had 2 other All-NBA players on his team,
Depends
he had
on who it
one
is.
last year,
Depends
and
on
they were
who
the
it is.
fucking second team in the West, and they almost went to the finals.
You're not making any points that I can, like.
All right, so
Disagree with, bro. Like,
time out. You're saying the
I'm
team around
thinking-
him doesn't matter in terms of how many fucking wins they're gonna have?
That's not what I said.
That is exactly what
I'm
you
saying
said.
That doesn't factor into my fucking thought about.
You said you put Mitchell
All
there
NBA.
because they're the best team in the league.
I said because he's leading the best team in the league. He is.
But it's not like he's clearly the best player on every
he
night.
is in my eyes.
Every night he's
Not
been their
every
best
night.
player.
Not every
Every
night.
night
Did I say
Anthony
that?
Edwards is their
Did I
best
say
player.
that? On a shit team.
And then they're still in the playoffs.
I
They
don't give a
still
fuck
they still
about
have
that,
45 wins.
Okay.
And Ant's leading them there. Ant is the fucking leader of that team. Sometimes Garland's the leader. Sometimes fucking Mobley is the leader.
in my opinion, D Mitch.
D Mitch is the leader, like 1/3 of their fucking wins probably.
I disagree.
No, there's nothing to disagree with. That's a fact.
Oh, I don't think you can even statistically quantify that.
I'm not saying statistics. I'm watching them.
I'm just saying like
Sometimes
1/3
Mobley is their best player.
I can't disagree with that, brother. Like,
Sometimes it's Garland.
okay.
Sometimes it's DeAndre fucking Hunter.
that's
Okay,
one
that's
night.
yeah.
But
You can't say
think
Mitchell
you're-
deserves it
I
because
think Mitchell deserves it,
it's team wins.
brother.
That
it's
can't be your
my
argument.
That's
That
not my
can't be
whole
your
argument.
That's why
That's
you.
not my whole argument.
It kind of
I'm
has
saying
to
it
be.
played a
It has
big
to
factor.
be
It's not
because Ant and Cater had better
bro,
seasons
bro,
than
bro,
him.
bro. Just because they score more points doesn't mean they're a better
Statistically
player.
and fucking
You're
leading their
retarded,
team
bro.
wise.
Come on, dog. You're looking purely at points scored
No,
and true shooting.
not.
Those are the only 2 statistics you've referenced today.
That's not true.
In this argument, it is.
No. You
Yes.
said you have Mitchell there
Yeah.
because he's leading the number 1 team in the East.
That is one argument I made. Can we move on?
No, because I want to hear
brother,
why you have Mitchell
I
there.
just told you why.
Tell me.
I believe he is the best player on the best team in the league. Not only has he led them to the
Best
number
team in
one
the
seed-
league.
Damn near close. My bad that the fucking MVP is doing that in the West. Regardless, it's not just that. I think he's had a very fucking good season. Defensively, playmaking, 3-point shooting. Probably his best season of his career in those.
Who's
three
a better
categories.
defender, him or Ant?
That has nothing to do with it.
No, I'm just asking you.
I'm not answering the question, brother, because you're setting me up in a trap.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna fall into.
just
No, 'cause then
answer
you're
my
gonna say,
fucking
no,
questions.
Because then you're say, and who has the better 3-point shooting percentage?
No, who has a better 3-point shooting this year?
Brother,
Anthony Edwards
brother.
is the best in the fucking league.
I'm not
And he's leading his
disagreeing
team
with
to the
that.
fucking
I'm not
playoffs with
disagreeing
no
with that.
other All NBA defender.
Okay, but if he was a 12
Players.
seed, if he was a 12 seed, would he be in this list?
Yeah, he would.
Would
If he had the same year that he did.
If he was a 14 seed, would he be on this list?
No.
So team wins has something to do with it, right?
Yeah, because if he was the 14th seed and he was the leader of that team, wow, he's a bad leader if his team is the same team he had now in his 14th seed. But no,
No, I'm
they're the
talking
fucking
regardless of
6th
team
seed,
around him, brother.
and he
No.
was the best player clearly
Hear me
every
out.
single
Hear me
fucking
out.
night.
Hear me out. If he was on a dog shit team, if he was on the fucking Pelicans,
So you're okay. So
Or
if
he was on the
LaMelo Ball
Wizards.
played 65 games this year, would he
would
be
he
on
be
your
in all-
list?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably
wouldn't be
would.
on my list.
He probably would be on my list.
Okay.
Because
well,
All
I
NBA
value
is individual.
I value team wins in All NBA.
I value it too, but not to the degree you do.
Okay, we disagree.
But you got to take into account that
Brother.
his teammates.
I would bet money D Mitch is All NBA first team.
Okay, you can bet on it. I'm sure
you
you.
wanna
I'm
bet
sure
me?
you probably can.
Do you want to bet me?
Yeah, let's fucking bet. How much you want to bet on it?
How much do you want to bet on it, brother?
You offered it. How much do you want to bet?
$25.
Let's go.
Don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I believe he's gonna be on the first team. I believe the voters agree with what I'm saying.
Yeah,
more than you.
sure they might, but I'm saying this is my fucking list. I'm
This
not.
is my list
I'm not
too.
predicting what the
Neither
fucking
am
voters
I.
are gonna
I
do.
value what D Mitch has done above anybody else in the league besides 4 guys, which is Tatum, Giannis, Jokic, and Shea.
Yeah, obviously we all have those guys.
Everybody else, I'd rather take D Mitch.
Wow,
Of the people that qualified for the list.
just wow.
Okay.
You think Donovan Mitchell is the 5th best player in the league right now?
Yeah, he's won a lot of damn games being the best player on the team.
It's not what I asked you.
That's what I said, though. That's what I answered with, so that's what you're getting.
So if you switch Ant and Mitchell,
Mitch.
they have the same season they have. So then Ant's on your first team instead of Mitchell.
I mean,
you just switch the
probably,
teams.
yeah.
Okay, so you're just valuing the teammates that they have around
If
him.
Ant was a 1 seed, yeah, I'd probably have him above D Mitch.
Ant's second best player is Julius Randle.
Don't give me that shit. I'm not talking about their teammates, brother.
Boy, you're talking about team wins, so you have to talk about the teammates if you're talking
It's
about team
separate.
wins.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, I'm valuing
Mitchell has the
success
best
of the team.
fucking depth in the league with Ty Jerome. I might not be the best, but
I mean, bro's averaging
one of
like
the
25
best
points
teams.
in 30 minutes. If
No.
he played 36 minutes, 40 minutes like Anthony Edwards did,
he
put up
has
the same
to.
amount of stats.
He has to fucking win the games,
That's not my problem, brother.
and he does it.
When I see him on the court, I think Donovan Mitchell has been better.
I personally don't.
Just
but
because
that's
he
fair
plays
enough.
10 more minutes a game, and I will say he's the first guy off my second team because he's been a
Well, I
phenomenal
take Cade
three-point shooter this year.
over Mitchell
I
this
think
year
Cade's been
too.
great as well. I mean, he's on my third team. I think he's been fantastic. I think he's definitely a lock to make All NBA this year. He's probably second team, but
Yeah.
I'll put Garland over him. Team wins, brother. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, you're not kidding
But no,
because
Garland has been very efficient this year.
oh yeah, insane.
Great passer as well. Not
Yeah.
that Cade isn't, of course, but
Yeah.
I think you were a little bit too passionate about my D Mitch on the first team, brother. I don't think it's that crazy.
I just think I take individual for All NBA. I take that into account way more than team wins.
It's not just team wins though. Like, I genuinely believe with my eye test, Donovan Mitchell has been the better player than Anthony Edwards this year.
I mean, it's an opinion, right?
It is, yeah.
And I have a different opinion.
I'm okay with that. You're
Yeah,
the
I'm
one that
okay
was
with
not
you.
Okay with it.
No, I'm okay with you
You were
having
just yelling at me because I had D Mitch first.
because your argument was bad.
No, brother, you weren't listening to the full scope of the argument. You fucking zeroed in on one thing.
Well, you have to take
I'm taking
team wins into it a decent amount. Like that has to be
Yeah.
a decent.
It is a decent amount, but
I don't value team wins very much at all in All NBA. Obviously a little bit, but
I mean, I do.
I can't penalize a player for having a bad team.
Not even about that though. I genuinely think he's had the better year.
Okay.
Maybe the statistics don't prove it, but
I'm
from what
saying
I've watched
statistics
this
and
year-
from what I've watched this year.
I'm saying from what I've watched, I like D Mitch more.
Yeah, and I'm saying what
Not
I
like him more, but
I
like,
like Cade and Ant more
hey, brother.
because they've carried their teams in fourth quarters, taken every big shot.
You saying D Mitch ain't clutch?
No, D Mitch is fucking clutch,
Yeah.
but he
So
has
what
got
are
a
you
lot of
talking
help.
about, brother?
And
That
honestly,
is,
I don't want to. I'm not penalizing.
you're penalizing him for having
I'm
your
not
fucking two good
penalizing Mitch for
teammates.
having great help, but I'm rewarding Ant and Cade for doing and carrying so much of the load that they have this year and leading their bad teams into the playoffs.
Let's not go and act like that. The Pistons, oh, they actually do have a pretty bad team. Let me stop.
They have a bad team. The Malik Beasley is their second best player.
He's a damn good shooter.
He's a damn good shooter, but if I told you Beasley was your second best player throughout the year, you're
Probably
not
not a
saying that's a
playoff
playoff team.
But let's
But
not
they
act
are
like he
because of
doesn't
Cade.
have other good players around him.
Oh, like Asar is great defensively.
Jalen Duren, I know I just shit on him in the last episode, but he's a decent center.
He's a decent center.
Tobias Harris is a good vet.
He is a good vet. Completely forgot Tobias was on that team.
Yeah.
But he's also getting.
Tech's on that team. I don't think he's had a fantastic year, but
Yeah, I forgot he was even on that team. But
Simone Fontecchio, bro.
I mean, he's getting a lot of his minutes taken from the rookie Ron Holland.
Yeah. Let's talk about that brawl. We didn't even talk about that brawl.
Massive brawl between the Pistons and the Timberwolves.
Ron Holland was
Beef
crying
Stew
after.
always trying to.
Ron Holland was crying on the court. Did you see that?
Wait,
shit?
what?
Yeah, I watched the
didn't
full
kn-
clip.
Wait,
I was
what?
like, is this
Why was he
motherfucker
crying? Did he get hit
crying?
hard or
He was walking away crying.
someone must have said something, hurt his feelings?
I think he might have just been so frustrated that he didn't get to boom on it.
He just let the emotions flow out of him. I mean,
Hey, bro, when I was a child, that shit happened to me. So angry, I couldn't do nothing. I just.
Isaiah Stewart would not
He's a
let that
fucking
shit
menace,
slide.
bro. He's an absolute menace because even afterwards, like Nas Reed was on the floor with don't remember, maybe Marcus Sasser, and he's in there. He like I couldn't see what he did, but it looked to me like he either like slapped him or like choked him for a second.
You never know with Beef Stew. He ain't even a basketball player at this point.
Bro
He's a
wasn't even-
UFC.
Basically, how it started was Ron Holland, like tipped a shot of Nas Reed. Nas Reed was like talking shit in his face, and then Dante pulled up, and Holland kind of just gave him like, "Bro, get off my hip."
Yeah.
And Dante fucking like grabbed his jersey bully style and like threw him on the ground.
Yeah, he like shoved them, from what I remember.
Bro, the pictures you could see, he had his jersey in his hand, like,
Yeah, DiVincenzo was wild then.
and his elbow in his goddamn face, and
Yeah,
mushed him into the ground for no reason at all, really.
yeah.
And then everybody just started piling on him, and then fucking Beef Stew just comes up and he's just instigating.
You know he's going to start some shit. I mean, he's ride or die for that Pistons team. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he was walking
Heart
out.
and soul.
He said, Pistons, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Or Detroit, fuck out of here. But I
Yeah.
told you from the summer league that Ron Holland was a menace.
Hey, I know that build, like, he's going to get to the rim. He's going to be physical. I don't know if you can call him a menace after he's going to cry after that.
He's a menace. Like he's gonna start shit.
He didn't even start it, though.
He's gonna
really.
get into shit though.
I mean, he was talking shit.
Summer
But
league game I watched. He wrestled on the floor with like Torrey Craig for 8 minutes for a loose ball, and neither of them would let go.
yeah,
No. Like genuinely, the whole play was.
I remember you talking about
And
that.
they're just standing there. The
They
refs
got to
are
win
trying
that little psychological battle.
That's Ron Holland, bro. I mean, he's a menace. He cried on the court. Big fucking deal. He's 18 years old, brother.
Yeah.
You know, he got punked by a couple ginger dude or one ginger dude, but you know, he wanted to fight, and he was just mad he couldn't fight, dude. At least not 1-on-1 type shit.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to watch though.
Yeah.
Last week of that couple weeks of the NBA season, they're kind of unwinding a little bit.
Especially, well, no. Are both those teams playoff teams?
Yeah, Timberwolves, Pistons.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're both the 6th seed right now.
Just a random ass fucking squabble. Then the coaches, I'm pretty sure JB Bickerstaff and Pablo Prigioni, that's a name you ain't
I
heard
saw
of.
him get ejected.
They got ejected because I guess Pablo had some shit to say about Beef Stew. And JB didn't like that shit. That's at least what
I like the
understood.
competitiveness.
I mean, it's not really ever going to match up in the playoffs. Like,
Nah,
no. But,
that was a fun little thing that happened.
yeah, fun little beef. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. We do have to assign. This might be the last game we assign each other this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that. We forgot it last week, but
Definitely slipped our minds. For you, speaking of the Pistons, I got Grizzlies versus Pistons for you. Saturday at 7 o'clock.
should be a
Should be
fun
a
game.
great game.
Hey, let me give you a nice little Sunday game. I would say Knicks, but I can never watch the Knicks because of that shit. I'm gonna give you Rockets Warriors, bro. Maybe a little playoff preview.
Yeah, that's a fire game.
For sure. Rockets Warriors Sunday night at 8:30. I'll be watching that too, brother.
Cool.
I do want to say if y'all made it this far, please drop a like. We always love to see comments.
For sure.
So appreciate any activity on the account. Subscribe if you would, please, brother. I'm begging you. No.
Now, we appreciate them likes and comments that y'all been sending in on the past couple episodes. So
Thanks,
keep
man.
that up.
Appreciate y'all, yo. Have a good night.
See y'all next time.